the third installment of Monday Night Football in 2025. For Week 3 of the 2025 NFL season, kicked off September 22nd and saw the Detroit Lions visiting the Baltimore Ravens. When the lights came on at M&T Bank Stadium for Monday Night Football, there was no shortage of expectation. Two teams with serious ambitions, both looking to stake early claims in 2025. What unfolded, however, was a road team statement. The Lions seized control, and the Ravens found themselves chasing for most of the night, finishing the game off with a victory, 38-30. Honestly, from kickoff the energy felt thick. The Ravens faithful expecting dominance at home, the Lions in underdog mode but confident after a strong start to the season. The opening drive set the tone. Detroit marched with purpose, Baltimore responded, and the pace never slackened. You could sense the physicality early, especially when Detroit's offensive line began to impose its will, and the Ravens' defensive rhythm started to crack. By the third quarter, what had looked like a tightly matched showdown began tipping. Detroit's rushing attack consistently forced Baltimore's front to tilt backwards. Meanwhile, every time the Ravens threatened momentum, the Lions answered. The crowd eventually felt less like the home faithful, cheering a controlled sortie, and more like witnesses to Detroit's rising wave. On paper, the 8-point margin might suggest a tight game. But watching it, the Lions were firmly in control for large swaths. The Ravens had their moments. Jackson connected for 288 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Jackson produced strong statistical numbers in the passing game, but his impact was limited by constant pressure and a lack of rushing effectiveness. The sacks and disrupted rhythm kept him from controlling the game the way he often can. Jared Goff completed 20 of 28 passes for 202 yards and 1 touchdown, with 0 interceptions. Goff was not sacked at all and was hit only a few times. His offensive line gave him cleanish pockets. In short, Goff had a very solid night, did what he needed to do, avoided turnovers, kept drives alive, and let the run game carry much of the load. Detroit ground game exploded. David Montgomery ran for 151 yards and 2 touchdowns, including a 72-yard burst that swung momentum in the third quarter. The Lions possessed the ball 33 minutes and 18 seconds. The Ravens had it 26 minutes and 42 seconds. On defense, the Lions sacked Lamar Jackson 7 times, tying a career high for sacks allowed. The late-game dagger. Trailing 28-24 with under 2 minutes left, Detroit converted a bold 4th and 2 at its own 49-yard line, with a 20-yard pass to Aman-Ra Street Brown. Then Montgomery ran in a 31-yard touchdown on the next play to make it 37-24. Dan Campbell is not only a great coach, but he's probably the most gutsy coach in the NFL. This is one reason why the Lions love this guy. He truly believes in his players, and they love the opportunity to get it done. A costly fumble by the Ravens, Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter turned the tide. While the game did appear close, the Lions dominated key facets. The run game as they racked up 224 yards on the ground, the line of scrimmage, and momentum in the most crucial moments. Like Miami in the opener on Thursday night, the game was kept close. The Ravens kept it within striking distance into the fourth quarter, but Detroit's superiority in the trenches and their ability to execute when it mattered meant the outcome was never truly in doubt once the Lions asserted themselves. Watching this game in Week 3, it felt like a coming-out party of sorts for the Lions under the Monday night lights. They showed they can handle a physical battle, withstand an opponent's fight back, and finish with authority. For Baltimore, it was the kind of loss that raises more questions than answers. Can the run defense be trusted? Will the line get the quarterback the protection he needs? For the viewer, it delivered everything you hope for in a primetime showdown. High stakes, big plays, momentum swings, and an ending that felt earned rather than fluky. The Lions couldn't just win. They own it now.